Hey team, welcome back. Just wanted to make a quick video going over the colors that we've decided on for our scanners. So you can see our scanners are now color coded and want to go over what that means. So the red that you see here, that's basically just insinuating a red flag, right? There's some red flags there, whether it be the price or the float. Anything that you see in red is typically going to be something that I look at as a possible red flag, and maybe I want to adjust my size and stop level if trading that type of setup. So it's just a quick heads up of, where to be careful and something to be aware of. So for me, the price, anything under $2, I decided is something that is going to be a little bit higher risk. I prefer to trade stocks over $2. I will trade stocks over $1. However, under $1, that's really where I draw the line. Typically, I'm not trading stocks under $1. But if they get over $1, I may look at them for a possible trade. But again, it's going to be a high risk type of setup for me. That is a red flag. So just to be aware of that, I've got that colored in the red here. So you can see $1.45, 39 cents. These are cheap stocks. So yes, they are popping on the scanner. Yes, they're showing some potential value. But I just want to be aware of the type of situation I'm getting into and kind of check those boxes off before I jump into a trade. The float size for me, anything under 25 million share float, I do consider to be a low float stock and something that I like to trade. However, if we see the float is above 25 million share float, anywhere from 25 million to 150 million share float, I look at that as a red flag. So you're going to see that is a larger float there, 53 million share float on GRYP, and it's listed in gray. And the reason it's listed in gray is because, again, it is a large float. So we've got the gray for the large float, red for the cheap stocks under $1, and red for red flags anywhere on the float or price column. So that's going to be really important for me. Looking at that float size is going to be one of the most important factors for when I'm trading. You can see this QTTB is hitting the scanner now with 4 million shares. You can see SQNS hitting the scanner now with 23 million shares. These are the type of trades that I like to trade. You can see they're in blue. So as we're getting these live alerts here, you can see that we are getting the float size in blue. The price column is now in white. We don't see those red flags. You can see the symbol is in white as well. So these are going to be momentum type of setups. If we look to the right, we've got our green scanner here. This is going to be my personal favorite setups. So you can see QTTB did alert on the scanner at 263. So it's something to consider. You can see that SQNS is not alerting on the scanner. So yes, it is momentum, just not my favorite type of setup. So you can see the green column here is going to be my favorite setup type of stocks to trade. Down below there's SBET, SGN was on there. And right here, we're going to see a number of alerts that are potential A-plus type of setups for me. Doesn't mean that I'll trade them blindly, but this is going to be a heads up that, hey, this is my favorite type of setup, and I have the filters built into the scanner for that. Below that is our Momentum Hunter blue. We're going to see that blue again. If you see the red, again, that's because the price is below $2 there on this as it continues to alert on SQNS. If I scroll on down, you can see the float here under a million share float is considered a micro float. You can see 656, that's 656,000 shares on that float for SBET. So that is considered a micro float. So whenever I see that, I want to be aware of that as well. So I colored that in that pink or magenta color. Over on the right-hand side, we have the halt and resume scanner. The halts are going to come in that pink color. The resume is going to come in the green color. So it just makes it really easy to see when there's a halt versus when it's opening back up. The major red flag spotter, these are all red because, again, these are all red flags. You can see right now, let's see, it's 3:35 at the time of this alert. 3:26 was the last red flag at 3:48. And we can see SQNS was hitting 379, so we're getting some potential pops here. And you can pull this up on the chart. And this is typically what I'm doing, just letting the scanners identify where's the value in the market. You can see QTTB 263, now 270. You can see it's a 4 million share float. So these are the type of things that I want to be aware of and really identify before I jump into the trade. And really this helps me understand which chart should I pull up, because sometimes the scanners are just going wild, right? And so it's hard to decide what stock I should be focused on. And so for me, having these color coded is really going to help me identify that. See, QTTB is definitely one I wanted to watch, 263, now hitting 278 and continuing here. There's 278 right there, QTTB. So you can see that there is potential there. There's, let's see, 279, never mind, excuse me, that's 379, getting ahead of myself there. But One to watch. We'll see if that's a good setup or not. Again, this is something I would pull up on the chart. I would focus on if we have multiple stocks alerting at the same time. Typically, I'm more in tune with this scanner here, my personal favorite. But that's the meat and potatoes, guys. That's the colors. The yellow, that's a little bit different. This is going to be our find it first. And, of course, I have the change from open and yellow, too, just to stand out. But that's really all there is to it. Other than that, the colors are going to be pretty coherent through the each one of our setups throughout the market hours, pre-market session, and aftermarket as well. So, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Remember, trading isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared. If you're serious about improving and want to learn directly from our live sessions, visit bullishboblive.com. We're live Monday to Friday, walking through setups, strategies, and everything in between. Thanks again for watching. Stay focused, stay sharp, and keep growing.